Good morning, this is Bill from out of Europa, Naples, and today I'm on a muggy, insect-ridden, fly-infested Florida morning. Look at this thing. It drives me nuts. To bring you this, it's back, right back, immediately back. I mean, what could be on the fender of this thing that the fly has to have? He's back again. The hell with it. Anyway, I'm here to bring you this 2005 Toyota 4Runner. Now, the 4Runner is not a Johnny-come-lately in the SUV world. In fact, it's been around since 1984. I'm going to go to the other side because I can't stand the fly. Anyway, in 1984, the 4Runner came out. It was essentially a, shelled pickup truck without a, rear plate behind the drivers. They turned it into an all-terrain vehicle with some utility. And in fact, it was truly one of the first sport utilities. It's kind of, it's competitive. There's a bird up there. Look at that. Zoomed right in to see what we're doing. He's going to call in his buddies. God, and I got insects in my ear. I'm telling you, I got to get indoors. Anyway, this thing was one of the first sport utilities. Its competitor was the Bronco, the Blazer, the Wagoneer, and, people really loved it. They went nuts for it. It continued on, and this is now the fourth generation, and widely considered to be one of the finest. This is a true sport utility. This is not some gussied up, unibody type car thing, built tall to look impressive that gets stuck in its own driveway. This thing is an actual all-terrain vehicle, and that's part of what gives it this great cult following. Now, a friend of mine, I'm not going to mention any names, his name's Kent, he wants me to find him a white 2005 4Runner or 06. So I've been looking for one. I keep finding them in silver or black, find these great vehicles, but he has to have a white one. And this is part of the reason that I gave up directly selling cars a few years ago, is because people drive me insane. But anyway, I thought, man, I've got it in for this video because I truly am not a big truck guy. I don't know a whole bunch about them. I'm going to call him and ask him why these have such a cult following. So I did. Last night I called him on the phone and I said, Kent, give me the scoop. What's up with these things? I've driven it now for a couple weekends. I really like it, of course. Fine vehicle. But why do people go nuts for him? And Kent was a very little help. Looking at you, Kent. Anyway, very, very little help. He mentioned that they are indestructible, they never break. His girlfriend has owned one since new in 06, I think, and, one time it needed a starter and everybody was surprised, but otherwise it's been an oil change, regular service type affair. So I get that. He also said the motor, it uses some sort of a never worry about it timing chain, so it's something you don't have to service, and, that's great. I guess the V8s need a chain from time to time, but not these 6-cylinders. So, all very helpful, but at the same time doesn't totally explain the mania surrounding these cars, particularly the old ones. When I went to buy this thing, you wouldn't believe how many people I had to outbid, how many, angry lunatics were trying. There, another one. I don't know if that's the same one. Just keeping an eye on us. I wish they'd eat some of the damn mosquitoes, actually. Anyway, so people go nuts for them, and I think a big part of that is just the general Toyota truck craze that goes on, where they keep their value so high. The market really loves them. I mean, this thing is essentially a Tacoma, with a little bit more practical utility for families and such. But the one thing it is more than anything else is a capable off-road machine, and that is what differentiates this thing from so many of the modern SUVs or crossovers or built-up fake cars that really just aren't that good at going off-road. This thing is, and Toyota has been true to that. They've kept that going in every generation. I can't say that. I can't speak to any of the new stuff. This is the last one I researched. For all I know, they became cars for candy asses. But anyway, by the time this thing was built, they did keep the box on frame. They did keep the very advanced off-roading stuff. And truly, it is a fantastic vehicle if you're somebody who needs to, do something other than parking lot duty. So, all right, let's start inside the back. This is something I like back here. Sorry for the squeaky shoes. Okay, so I've got a bag of crap here, which I'm going to take out for a second so you can see this. Going on a little trip today. There you see these original 4Runner mats, which are quite nice. Now, in its class, the 4Runner lacks a little bit in terms of rear space. The Explorer has more, other things had more. So Toyota very brilliantly put in this raisable shelf that can be done one-handed, even left-handed by an old sad sales guy like me, and that will add much more utility. You're now able to get 2 layers of shelving there. You've got stuff on the bottom, you can get stuff on the top. You know, whether or not it works great, I don't care. It's just cool. I like doing it. I like looking at it. So kudos to Toyota for that cleverness. You can see in this one it's also got the rear cargo cover still. Very nice. Most of those are usually you know, gone away of Amelia Earhart. They're just missing. But anyway, you could put that shelf up or down. Pretty cool stuff. All sorts of little tie downs to put your bungees into. So if you need to get your cargo loaded, you'll have no problems there. So get my crap back inside. We'll keep going forward. Alright, you can see this still has the factory trailer hitch. Very nice stuff. They're 5,000 pound tow capacity on the 6-cylinder, so pretty healthy. Also has a trunk suck down. Alright, we'll have a look under the hood, which gives me an opportunity to point out something that I think is really stupid on this vehicle, and that is the fuel door release. Which is, and it's hard to tell even without my glasses on, either this one or this one. So one's the trunk, one's the fuel door. Good, I got the trunk. One's the hood, one's the fuel door. I did manage to get the hood that time. I spent like 5 minutes looking for the fuel release, completely ignoring that big black thing down there, which had to be the hood release. So I don't know what nitwit at Toyota came up with that idea, but good Lord. It's like he used to work at BMW. Alright, so under here is a pretty fantastic engine, and obviously a big part of why these things are still sought after today. This is a 4-liter V6, all aluminum, uses VVT technology, VVT-I. The I is for intelligent, we hope so. And also has valve-adjusted intake runners to really maximize your torque ratings, and you know, this thing really gets up and moves as a result. I think about 245 horsepower and much high, like 283 foot-pounds of torque. It really moves this thing down the road. In fact, the V8 only has about another 25 horse on top of this. A lot more torque, of course, but there's just no reason to go to it. The V6 is truly where it's at in terms of being a fantastic motor for this vehicle. Everything nice under here, very proper. Again, this thing's all Florida, so never had any of the salty crap from up north. You can see the intake going into the fender, part of that off-road you know, setup. It is, again, just a true off-road vehicle, so everything lovely under there. But anyway, first aluminum V6 in one of these things, and a terrific motor. Alright, have a look in the back seats. Very nice back here, you know, nothing to, you know, go crazy about, just lovely cloth that does keep you firmly planted when you're there. You've got some nets in the back of the seats for stuff. You're, you know, you can put a Sig Sauer back there, no problem, or switchblades, whatever you need to stuff in there. You got twin cup holders here in the door pockets. Being a Toyota, it has terrific fit and finish, lovely materials. You know, the vinyl's nice here, the suede clothy type inserts, lovely. The aluminum insert's nice. It's all tight together, proper. You know, of course, Toyota is very, very good at that. Those seats do fold down if you need to have extra cargo room. Got a great little center console here with some funky cup holders. And everyone's just going to be real happy back there. The sun's coming out. All right, we'll have a look up front. So, first of all, you see that nice big running board on the bottom. That does help getting in and out easier, particularly if you're an old tired guy like me. Let me see if I can dig into my pocket and look at that. I've got fingers coming in the camera. Still not used to this thing. I'm working on it. Okay, anyway, very traditional Toyota stuff. Up front, you have these lovely cloth bucket seats, very, very nice. They're manually adjustable with power lumbar. You've got over here your power windows, power locks, power mirrors, all very nice. You know, the SR5 and the original 4Runners used to be the high-end option package, and now it's the base package from this generation onward. So every 4Runner is pretty damn well equipped, and this one will certainly be equipped well enough for somebody who's looking for off-road utility in their SUV. Now, if you're one of these Escalade guys who goes to the Whole Food Market, then, you know, maybe not. You're probably going to need something more. But if you're a true off-road guy, then this is going to be just fine. Let's hop in and fire it up. So again, everything one-handed. Turning on the wipers. Oh, God, it's ridiculous. Okay. All right, there we see a very chronograph-inspired instrument cluster. You know, looks like a pretty fancy watch. I like the little buttons at the side for the trip reset. Very easy to read, very nice. 110-mile-an-hour speedo. You know, 5,500 red line on the tack. You got your fuel over there, your water temp, everything you need. Let's get a little AC going. There's some low. Over here you've got an in-dash CD changer. Nice stuff, sounds good, no complaints, very easy to use. Also has a cassette, which is good for 05 because it's not going to have an auxiliary input anywhere, so you can use the cassette adapter to get that done. Beneath that you've got the display for your trip computer, your clock, and your whatever the hell you call it, your climate control. Here we're going to get into another little complaint that I have about the kind of ridiculous climate control buttons. So even though they look like knobs that you twist, they are not. They are knobs that you push, joystick style. So it has 4 fan settings on the thing. You point it that way. You know, it's not immediately intuitive. You know, it works fine, and you get it once and you got it forever, but it's still a little bit strange, and I'm not a big fan. Down here you've got kind of a cheapy little bin, but it's fine. You can put your, you know, more weapons or drugs in there. You got these adjustable cup holders that work great, nice and simple, probably aren't going to break. 05 was the first year of an intelligent 5-speed automatic in this thing, so very Mercedes-like. When you move this gated shifter over, what it's going to do is learn the way you drive, learn the way you know, get on the throttle, and adjust itself accordingly. It also works really well with the off-road system to figure out what's going on, you know, with the truck on the bad terrain. You got a little place to put more stuff here, a little 12-volt outlet. You've got DAC, that's your hill descent assist control. We'll get into that in a second. Little bin here, more bins here. Look at that. I don't even know what you do with that. I won't even say what I think that looks like it's for. Alright, and then, I don't know, this other one opens up somehow as well. Doesn't matter. Okay, over here you've got... what the hell, the AC 115 volt, not sure exactly. That probably switches the thing over there to go to AC. This is a locker for the Torsen style center differential, so if you're in some real rugged terrain, you press that guy and it's gonna, you know, make the Torsen lock up when you really need it. Over here, this is RCA, the Royal Society for Prevention of Cruelty to somebody. Anyway, what that'll do is if you press and hold it, it will turn off the side airbag. So when you're in some real heavy duty off-roading, you're, you know, going horizontally, vertical, and upside down and all around, there's a danger the side airbags could sense that and go off. So if you press and hold that guy, it'll prevent it. This thing also comes standard with a hill ascent feature, you know, so if you're going between brake and gas while you're climbing a steep incline, it's going to apply the brakes for you to make sure you don't go rolling back in a hurry. Nice feature. Okay, you can see a lovely leather steering wheel here with multifunction controls for the radio. Works good, feels nice. Up top you got a kind of a cheap little place to put your sunglasses. You got your lights, you got a power moonroof, or I guess it's not a moonroof. Someone explained that to me once. If it opens like that, then it's a sunroof. So let's close that back down. We get our seatbelts on and go for a spin. Alright, so back into fifth, and away we go. You got kind of a nice high seating position. Again, very truck-like, which is what you'd expect, what you want if you're buying this thing. What Toyota has done, and really this is the key to what makes the 4Runner such a great vehicle is they've taken this thing that has tremendous off-road capabilities. It's based on the Land Cruiser Prado platform, something that didn't make it over here, but you might recognize it also as the Lexus GX 470. But anyway, they've taken that platform and they, built a sport utility vehicle that has incredible off-road capabilities, while at the same time it drives good. Again, those big car-like things, the unibody things, they probably drive better. But you try driving them into your backyard and you're going to have to call one of these to come get you out. So this thing will handle all kinds of terrain. It's got, almost a 10-inch ground clearance, so pretty good. It's got skid plates all along the bottom. So it is built to be a true off-roader. While at the same time, Toyota's technology with the engine, the transmission, the suspension has made it feel very intuitive and manageable a driver for city streets. So they did a nice job there. I'm going to wait a minute to get through this light cycle so you can see the juice the 6-cylinder has. But anyway, there it is. So after 2 weekends in this thing and a little bit of internet research, I can tell you why people have gone nuts for this thing and why they continue to be popular and sought after today. They're great vehicles and they're very utilitarian. They can do whatever you ask them to do on road or off road. They've got room inside. They're easy to live with. All right, Kent, I get it. I get why you want one. I just don't know why you have to have a damn white one. There aren't any out there. They hammered a little bit. There you go. So you can feel plenty of torque and pep from that 6. Again, you're just not going to need an 8 with that. They're just not that far apart for one to go nuts for that. So, if you want to shift into 4-wheel drive, I should have gotten into all that. God, there's so many things I didn't get into. All right, let's do it. This is a 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive system. You get into the 8s, it's full-time 4-wheel drive. I like having the option of 2. It's shift on the fly. You can go into high 4-wheel, low 4-wheel. This is a cool feature, this auto guy. Let me press that and hit the rearview mirror here. So have a look at that. Down goes the rear tailgate window. That's also something you can do with the keyed fob in your pocket. Pretty neat stuff, and makes it easy to grab something out real quick if you need to without lifting up that big heavy tailgate. All right, I think I got everything that I'm going to get. We're going to try to make our way through these people. It's good they're walking. It looks like they could use it. Yeah, there's someone behind you. I know it's shocking. It's really surprising that you could be in the middle of the road and a car might be behind you. Anyway, so I get it. I get why people love these things. I get why they're in high demand. They're fun to live with, great trucks, and a true, real sport utility vehicle in the genuine sense of the words, as they were intended. If you have an interest, give us a call, 239-649-7300, on the web at mercedesexpert.com. Now, if I wouldn't have hit the wipe earlier, I wouldn't have smeared the window and we'd have a better view. But, what are you going to do? Until I learn the camera, we're stuck with that. Look at this guy. Oh, yeah. Don't stop too long at that side. Get going. Everyone knows you're going to be faster than the rest of us. Anyway, thanks for having a look. We'll see you with the next one. Take care.